Morning, Joe. Okay, so this morning we are going to make a Texas favorite. Now, of course, with time, this has spread out a little bit, and so probably Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas, maybe Louisiana, maybe you folks make it all the time. But there are some of you, like the Florida folks and the northern and the eastern, you may not have either not heard of it or maybe you've heard of it but you've never tasted it. And so there has to be a costume for it though, because can we just cook and be boring? No, Eva Marie. So Eva Marie is in my, I know, isn't that a pretty bowl? It's called maraschino. Eva Marie is in my, our church, we have a knitter crochet group called The Stitchers, and she's in that group with me. Is it easy? See, that's exactly what I was going to say. And so I was eating my potato soup because we had a Zoom call at 1 o'clock yesterday. And so I had just finished the show and I posted the recipe and then I got on the Zoom call. And so I'm eating my potato soup that we made yesterday. And so I was telling her how we were talking about the butterscotchies and how really easy they were. And so Eva Marie told this great story about, I guess her sister and her mom are great cooks, right? And they gave her this recipe for this pie. It's so easy. It's so easy. And she made it like 3 times and kept messing it up every time because she's more like her dad. She needs specific instructions, you know, stir for counterclockwise 4 times, you know, whatever. Anyway, or 3 tablespoons of this. And her mom and her sister kept saying, stir it until it looks like, and they would say, you know, little bubbles or whatever it was. And so it never turned out. So these are easy. I promise, Eva Marie, I promise. Easy. Hey, Diane, good morning. Kathy Spivey, hello. Hello, Nell from North Carolina. All right, so I'm gonna get my costume on. We need royal music. Let's see. Alexa, play royalty music.
Royalty by Connor Mason on Amazon Music.
No, that's not it. Alexa, stop. What's a good royal? Play Royal Procession. Hey, Joanne. Alexa, play a royal procession.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa knows nothing. Alexa's a moron. Okay, I'm getting dressed. Can you hear me getting dressed? I'm getting dressed. You're very excited, I know. Because it's costume day. We'll see how many people say, what a moron she is. And I know. But, you know, you should have fun. Okay, so we're going to have fun. Ta-da! Today we are making Queen, I tell you, Queen Ranch Casserole. Maybe you should play, what's the graduation march? What's that called? Man, I'm not very smart today, especially on music. You guys should have told me. Washington, North Carolina. My Alexa just started to play Louis Armstrong. How funny. Mine is hearing you and she doesn't know. Oh, they flopped. Oh, I'm very sad. Okay, we ready? Queen Ranch Casserole. Because, what is the history of the otherwise known as the King Ranch Casserole? So, the King Ranch in Texas is I think it still is, the largest ranch in the United States. But King Ranch Casserole has chicken in it, and it was certainly not a chicken ranch. You know what a chicken ranch is? You know what the chicken ranch was? Yes. Did you ever watch that show with Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds? I'm not saying it in case there are kids watching. The best little house in Texas. Anyway, but there's nothing dirty going on. That was great. Oh, that was a great show. Anyway, so they raised beef. It was a beef ranch, you know, a cattle ranch. And they, man, a lot of inventions and new things that they came up with. But never did they raise chickens. and nobody, hello Marla, hey Debbie, pomp and circumstance. That's what it is. Alexa, play pomp and circumstance. Turn it up, would you?
Pomp and Circumstance by Preheat
Thank you,
on
Lisa.
Amazon Music.
There we go. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, so this, even though this is called King Ranch Casserole, no one knows why it is called King Ranch Casserole. It did not come from King Ranch Casserole. It has no beef in it. So, the best guesses, I know it's goofy, isn't it? Isn't that funny? The best guesses is because all about the same time, this recipe showed up in junior league cookbooks all across Texas. So I don't know. We have no idea. It's Mayfate. I know. Oh my gosh. Hey, Rod Britton. It says Rod Britton. But you know, every time I say good morning, Rod, and I talk to him, he doesn't say anything back. He's in Enid too. I went to high school with him. So then I got to wondering, is it really Rod who's on watching, or is it Joni? Because if it's Joni, you just missed me wearing my Bells of the Plains jacket. You just missed it. Nancy will tell you have to go back, right? Natalie, good to see you. First time here. Well, that's fun. I'm a little wacko. This is not your normal cooking show. Can you tell? Mary, good to see you. Okay, we have to get ready. He missed the jacket. If it's really him, if it's really Rod, or if it's Joni. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. Jacket's too small on me anyway. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna make the Queen Ranch Casserole. Cause, hello, I am the queen today, the queen of the kitchen, the queen of Cindy's kitchen. There you go. So we're gonna make Queen Ranch Casserole today. I have to put this away, because if I stir with that, that would be bad. You thought I was just joking, that I have an entire closet of costumes. You thought that was a joke. You thought I was teasing you. Nope. Whole closet, just costumes. Okay. Because, and I finally found the crown. Hey, Darlene, good morning. Good to see you. Hi, Sandy. Thank you. We're making Queen Ranch Casserole. This, until I found the crown, this is what I was gonna wear. The turban, but it didn't work well. So, I'm not joking. Costumes galore. Okay, let's get started. Let me start by saying this. The last thing I said to you yesterday was that I showed you this big, huge package of chicken, right? That I got at the grocery store, and it had 4 breasts in it. And they were seasoned. I think it was barbecue seasoning or some such silly nonsense on there. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, 4 big breasts in there. And I just put them in a roaster. I put it under the low broil just to brown the top of them. And then I turned it on 350, put the lid on it, and cooked it for about an hour. Okay? 4 chicken breasts. Now, one of the reasons I like buying that, my Halloween's your favorite too? Yep. I know, we're weird. Chicken is really not cheap when you're buying, you know, everything that's individually done. If you're not buying like a whole chicken, and most people don't anymore. But if you were, I mean, we need to save some money here. I know it's fast, it's easy, it's yummy, but we also need to save a little money. And so they had bones, right? They were breasts, but they were on the bone. So I know that when most of us were growing up, that's how chicken came, right? But by the time I had my children, my oldest was born in 1998. So when I had my kids, everybody was chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, chicken pieces, chicken, you know, right. There was no bones, right? And so that's what my kids grew up on. And so then I would make, like, I think I went to Popeyes or Kentucky Fried, or I made it homemade, I don't know. And my kids said, is that chicken on a bone? And so that's what it got called, chicken on a bone. So we either have regular chicken or we have chicken on a bone. So there you go, chicken on a bone. There you go. All right, good morning, Linda. So I cooked all 4 breasts. We need to save money. If you had a family of 4, what would probably happen is you would cook those 4 breasts, put them on the plate, and then you would probably have a starch and a vegetable, or maybe a salad or something to go with that, right? Okay, well, that's kind of a lot of money. Now, I got that on, it was like a family pack, you know, it was the big thing, and it was marked down, so I didn't spend that much money. That being said, that's 1 meal. That's 1 meal for your family and the big breast. So let me show you what I did. I cooked the chicken. Whose fault is the bone? My youngest daughter just said, whose fault is the bone thing? It's my fault. Okay, so I cooked the chicken. I let it completely cool, and then I took it off the bone. No more chicken on a bone, chicken off the bone, and shredded it up. And then I divided it up into quart-size Ziploc freezer bags. Hi, Cindy, you look cute. Thank you. Quart-size zip top bags. Freezer bags. Don't use storage bags if you're going to put them in the freezer. So each of them has 2 cups of chicken in it, okay? So I'm just going to show you. I got 4. 4, because each breast was about 2 cups, 4 of these bags of cooked shredded chicken. And I just wrote that on there. It's going to go in my freezer. So I cooked 1 thing. I know, it was kind of gross to have to debone the chicken. That's a little yucky. Got my fingers all icky. But we have soap, and we're washing our hands a lot anyway. And so now you have stuff for 4 meals, right? So you can make chicken soup, make chicken and dumplings, you can make chicken pot pie, you can make chicken quesadillas, you can make enchilada soup, you can make tortilla soup, you can make chicken taco soup, you can make chicken, right? Chicken salad. All kinds of chicken you can make. Bark. Okay? We're going to use one of these bags in the Queen French casserole. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to put my wet stuff in first. Wet stuff in my big bowl first. The original recipe calls for a can of cream of chicken soup and a can of cream of mushroom soup. What I found is because at one point in time, I was low on shredded cheddar cheese. And so I did have a can of Fiesta nacho cheese. Nacho cheese, it's my cheese. It's nacho cheese. Anyway, Fiesta nacho cheese. And so I used that because I was low on shredded, and it worked great. So I'm using the Queen's, well, come out of there. Oh, there we go. The Queen's Ranch chicken has Fiesta nacho cheese in it. You don't have to use this. You can use the traditional method of a can of cream of chicken and a can of cream of mushroom, if you so desire. Here's the can of cream of chicken. Just looks gross going in there. Doesn't it look gross? Yuck. Maybe, ew, bleh, bleh, I say. Okay, now I'm going to put in a half a cup of milk. Milk, that doesn't go in King Ranch casserole. Yeah, but I want to dilute those soups just a bit, and we need some liquid. One of the original recipes that you'll find in some of the Junior League cookbooks says to put chicken stock in here. I have never done that. Chicken stock? Ugh, no. I want everything creamy and luscious and wonderful. So, a lot of people have tried to improve this, make it more gourmet-ish. That's fine. Whatever. Okay, so I just used my whisk. 2 cans, half cup of milk. Ooh, it looks cheesy. It's cheesy. Okay, there we go. A can of Rotel. You're going to say, should we drain it? And my answer is no. Because I want as much liquid as I can get. Hey, Charmalie, I'm hilarious. Well, I've been told some much worse things than that. Judy, you're going to love what's for dessert. You can't wait for dessert. I love ranch. That Fiesta cheese is good. Okay, this is Rotel tomatoes. Now, normally it's smaller than this, but remember the other day I told you this one said bonus, 45% free. So it's a bigger can. It was the same price. I think that's a good deal. That won't last, you know. Okay, so dump. Eva Marie, did you see that? I dumped, gave it a little whisk, I dumped again. See how easy this is? Vicki sent me this. Purple, my favorite color, from her Tupperware lady, a purple spatula, because I was complaining about my spatulas. All right, so we dumped that in. Now, what I did ahead of time, because you don't have to watch me cook over there and then come back over here. I diced up 1 onion, 1 stalk of celery, 3 cloves of garlic, and a yellow bell pepper. I usually put like a green bell pepper in, but I didn't have a green bell pepper, nor did I have a red bell pepper. But I had 1 yellow bell pepper that was starting to go on the soft side, so I decided to use it. I sauteed that. You can do it in a little oil or a little butter. So as you can see, I diced it all up, and then I just sauteed it until everything was soft. Soft, I tell you. And then we're gonna dump that in there. Dump. Eva Marie, did you see that? I dumped. You can dump. Okay. Would you melt this in? Okay, now we need our chicken. Oh, look at that. Does not look pretty. It's funny that King Ranch Casserole has gotten, everybody thinks it's such a great thing. It really doesn't have great colors, right? It's kind of it's not festive looking really. And it's, anyway, 2 cups of chicken, shredded chicken. So there goes my chicken from the breast that I cooked and shredded up. Now, here's where you have some options. I'm gonna stir this up, but while I'm doing that, here's where you have some options. And how the recipe has changed a little bit over time. The original recipe called for corn tortillas, which is what I'm gonna use because that's what I prefer. Some people have changed it to flour tortillas, which if that's the way you like it, fine. Hey, Charmalee, I saw it. You can dump. Good, Eva Marie. Hey, Shannon. Oh, so good to see you. Hey, Floyd. Happy Oklahoma Day. Anyway, I don't like the flour tortillas because I think the flour in this dish gets mushy. Flour tortillas, I think they get mushy. And that's not a texture I like, okay? You need 12. 12. Does it have to be 12? No, you have 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I'm getting another one. 12. If you bought a package of 10, 10 is fine. Anyway, tortillas. Okay, we're gonna cut them up. Now, the other thing you can do if you don't have tortillas is you can smash up some Doritos and use those. Or Tostitos or whatever you got. Whatever little chip like that you got. Not potato chips. Don't put potato chips in there. And I don't think Fritos either. Ugh, that does not sound good. All right, so I have 12 corn tortillas. The original recipe tells you to make this like a lasagna, okay? And so you would, in your dish, your baking dish, you would cut these up to fit, but you would, you quarter them, and then you would do a layer of tortillas and a layer of mixture and a layer of cheese and a layer of, so it's kind of like making a Mexican lasagna. That's too much work, right, Eva Marie? Too much work. We like dump. Okay, well, Sherilyn, I hope I didn't make you upset. It just gets mushy to me, and I just don't like the flour tortillas. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these into a dice, okay? Because I like everything to have the perfect bite, okay? You can do strips. You can just tear them. If you don't wanna cut, you can just tear them. Okay, so I cut all one way. Now I'm gonna cut all this way. Although I will say it's a little hard to get through 12 corn tortillas. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Tortilla loveliness. Little squares of tortillas. Little squares of tortillas. Okay? Now, again, Eva Marie, are you watching? I'm taking the tortillas that I just cut up, or you could tear up, or you could use your kitchen scissors and cut them, whatever, and I'm dumping them in my bowl. Okay? That's it. Look at that. Dumping. I love dump recipes. I don't want to have to layer or make sure I have particular things. Okay, it's a big bowl. Aren't you glad I have this big bowl? you need a big bowl too. Don't start off with a little bowl. This is a lot. So you're gonna need a 9 by 13, your baking dish, your 9 by 13 baking dish, and you wanna give it a spray with cooking spray. Unless you're using your Polish pottery one, and then you don't have to give it a spray because it's not gonna stick anyway, and it won't burn, and everything will be lovely. Now, the only thing I haven't added that I like to give mine to have just a little more oomph to it is garlic powder, or granulated garlic or garlic powder, and I would use a whole teaspoon. Here, except see, I have to do this. A whole teaspoon, even though I put garlic in the onion mixture that I sauteed. And then I want to put a teaspoon of chili powder. Chili powder, yes. Teaspoon. Eva Marie, you can use your spoon. That's why I told you an amount. I just poured. Okay, so now we're going to mix that in. That's going to give it a hint of lovely color that's going to mix with our red tomatoes and our yellow cheesy soup and the little white corn tortillas. Okay, that's it. That's it. That was all of it. You ready? Wait, I got to mix the chili powder in there a little better. Okay. If you don't have a can of Rotel, you can always substitute like a cup and a half of salsa, like, you know, picante sauce or salsa. Okay, I'm using this beauty. How pretty is that? This is called Happiness. Happiness! And it is bigger than a 9 by 13. It is actually 15. Well, it's like 10 by 15. Huge, I tell you, huge. I'm making you hungry? That's okay. Kimberly Peterson, hello. Lonnie Parnell from Alaska, good to see you. Bo Kuroga, running for mayor in Galveston. Vote Bo. Go Bo. Okay, so we're taking our queen, I have to always remind you, our queen ranch casserole. All we've really done is dump stuff in here, except we sauteed onions, celery, garlic, and a bell pepper. Now we're just gonna dump. Dump, I tell you. La 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 la. See how that is? Except now I gotta hold it. It's hard when you have your robe on, your little cape, because I don't think the queen, whatever queen she might be, now I can't hold it with the, there we go, ever had to make dinner whilst wearing her crown and cape. I'm just not certain that it ever happened. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. I made a big old mess. No, I have mine. Okay, big old mess that I made. I'm using my new tea towel that says Cindy's Kitchen on it. I almost hate to do that because now I'm getting it messy and gross. But it'll wash. It'll be fine. That's what I like about stuff. Hey, Kim. Hold on. All the Polish pottery makes you happy. Yes, it's a Polish pottery dish. And it's a big one. It's big. It's big. And so the reason I'm doing this is because it'll be a little thinner. It won't be as thick. And remember, I'm feeding my house and their house. Usually I do it in 2 separate dishes, but this is fine to dish up. If I layered it like it said to do it, so making it like a lasagna, then it might be, you know, you'd have to like cut it, use a spatula. I don't want to do all that. So I've just dumped it all in this bowl. Okay, and then we're gonna finish it. I know I used the nacho cheese soup, but we're gonna finish it just so we have a nice little bubbly top, okay? So we're gonna put a little cheese on the top. You can use cheddar cheese. What is this? This is queso cheese. I don't know why I've quesoed so much queso cheese. I think it was on sale and I just got it. So there you go. I'm a big on buy it on sale and then figure out what can I make with it. So I would say, depending on how big your thing is, your dish, probably 8 ounces. How big is this thing? 8 ounces. Yeah, package. Use the whole package. Or if you're saying, oh, too much cheese. Really? Too much cheese? Hey, Sharon. if you say that's too much cheese, cut it by half and just spread it out a little bit more. Hold on, I have to see. I'm so jealous of all your Polish pottery. What would you suggest as the first piece to buy? I'm gonna check out on Amazon. No, Diane, first, no. Do not buy Polish pottery on Amazon. One, not all Polish pottery factories are alike. Do not buy it on Amazon. Do not buy it on Amazon. Go to my friend's page, morepolishpottery.com. Buy from her. And I mean, you can buy from somebody else, but she's very particular about which factories she uses, and it's all first quality. There are stickers that go on Polish pottery, and they're different colors. Rebecca's are always first quality Polish pottery. You don't want second or third. And if you buy it on Amazon and from some other sellers, you might get not great ones. So please do not buy on Amazon. That would not be good for you. Because I want you to love it. It's not cheap, right? It's not. So like this little bowl is $24. I know, $24. But I can bake in this little bowl. I can stick it in the microwave. I can stick it in the dishwasher. I can stick it in the freezer. Nothing stains. I can make spaghetti or lasagna and nothing ever stains. Can you use 2 cans of cream of chicken soup? Yes, you can. I'm going to More Polish Pottery either today or tomorrow to pick up. Oh, Donna, I'm a little jealous that you're there. Anyway, Eva Marie, look, we just dumped. This is our dump Queen Ranch casserole. It's all in there. We're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Everything we put in here is cooked, basically. So what we're doing is we're heating the casserole all the way through and we're melting the cheese. We don't cover it. We leave it just like it is. Eva Marie, if it bothers you that I said about 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Cook it on 350 degrees for 30 minutes and then take it out. There you go. Ta-da! Easy peasy, yummy. Ta-da! Okay, we're moving this. Huge. My whole family's gonna be happy, except for my youngest daughter's not a big fan of things that are all mixed up. She likes separate food. And she doesn't like tomatoes. But my husband and my youngest daughter loves it. Glenn Fest! Glenn and I went to high school too. Hey Glenn, Nancy's on here, Rod Britton's on here. Who else was on here? I can't remember. And you don't need to spray oil with Polish pottery. That's right, you don't. Thank you, Diane. Hey, Glenn, look what I found. I'm not putting it back on. But look,
Careful.
it's my Bells of the Plains high school drill team jacket. The Bells of the Plains was the high school drill team. So, I had it on earlier, but I am a much bigger person now. I'm saying it's because I had 2 children, not because I eat too much. That's what I'm going with. Okay, dessert. Dessert. We need another big bowl. If you knew me from when... Cynthia's on here too. Cynthia, did you see the Bells of the Plains jacket? Nancy's on here, and Glenn's on here, and Rod's on here. It's an Enid High reunion. Oh, and Lonnie's on here. It's an Enid High reunion. I'm very excited. Okay, so we need a big bowl. If you knew me from my HG days, then you will be very excited about this recipe, okay? We are going to call them, just so, I don't know if there's a trademark or anything like that, but we're going to call them and see you guess what it is. Holiday pie bars. We're making holiday pie bars. I bet you can guess what we're making. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and put my dry ingredients in first. I'm using 1 cup of flour, AP, all purpose, whatever you got. I can't imagine that if you don't cook very much, that you have bread flour or something like that. But anyway, 1 cup of flour. Dump. Eva Marie, do you see that? I just dumped it. You can do this one too, and it is like one of my favorite ones. 2 cups of brown sugar. You can use, light or brown, whichever you have, okay? Whatever you have is good. I have to roll up. Hey, Hey, Beth, good morning. Yes, Sherilyn, you know exactly what it is. All right, so now we put that in there. Now we're gonna have our wet ingredients, okay? Our wet ingredients, 4 eggs. 4 eggs, you say? Why, yes, I do. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and you need a 9 by 13 for this one too. 4, whoops, that never happens. Okay, 4 eggs. You can put them in a bowl first if you want, and kind of whisk them together. If you just take your spatula and break up the yolks, you'll be fine. Okay, 4 eggs, did you get that? And the last ingredient, this is it. The last ingredient is 2 sticks of butter. 2 sticks of butter. Now, I'm gonna give you the other ingredient that we're not using. 2 sticks of butter melted. 2 sticks of butter, brown sugar, eggs. Oh my, that is not good for you at all. Is the name of the show Cindy's Healthy Kitchen? Cindy's Organic Kitchen? Cindy's Exercising Kitchen? No. It is Cindy's Kitchen, quick, yummy, easy. Okay, now this is the hardest part. Because is there a hard part? You gotta stir. Now, originally this recipe, and when I say holiday pie, you would put pecans in here. And so in the recipe that I post, I'm gonna put a cup of chopped pecans, okay? Here's the deal. And every time I made it when we were with HG, I threw the pecans away. Because nobody in my family likes nuts. Now that's not true. My youngest likes pistachios. We kind of like cashews. I'm okay with almonds, but we're not big nut people. We're nuts, but we're not big, we like nuts. We don't really like nuts. Okay, that's it. That's it. Yum. You could just eat this straight out of the bowl. It's that good, I tell you. It's that good. Originally, so then you would put in your cup of chopped nuts. Originally, this called to make it in mini muffin tins. That's a lot of work for that tiny little bite. I didn't like that. So the first thing I did is I started making them in regular size muffin tins, because if I'm gonna work that hard, pouring it in a muffin tin, then I want light or brown sugar. Can you tell me the difference again? Yes. Sherilyn, the difference between light brown sugar and dark brown sugar is the amount of molasses in the sugar. It doesn't matter which one you use. It's whatever you have. I think on this one I use dark. It'll have kind of a deeper, richer molasses flavor. Wholly up to you. I use the darker one because when I make pecan pies, then I tend to use the darker, the darker brown sugar, so, and the Karo syrup and all that. So that's why I use the darker one, but you can use dark or light. Yes, more molasses. That's right, Kathy. All right, so normally you would put this, anyway, so I did it in the bigger muffin tins, but still, I mean, look, you got this big bowl of stuff, and then you're trying to get it in there without dribbling it everywhere, and I just make too big of a mess. And quite frankly, they go really quickly. And so I was like, no. So I started making them as bars. Now, if you made these with HG, you're gonna pull out whatever pan you actually used. Pecan or pecan? Pecan. It's pecans. I say pecans. Pecan. Pecan. I don't know. No honey. No honey. Honey. Hey, honey. Anyway, so I do them. You're gonna need a 9 by 13. I'm gonna send 1 container over to the doctors in the townhouse. If you're new, if this is your first time, so my husband is the director of the ICU for a local hospital, and so today I think is day 33 that he's been gone from the house. I have a bad immune system, and because he treats COVID-19 or C-19 patients every day, he didn't want to bring stuff home for us. So he and another doctor are staying in a townhouse. And so what we normally do is we leave food at the bottom of the driveway, and then he pulls up and picks it up, or we do something like that, or we go leave it at his front door so that he can eat too. So they'll get King Ranch casserole tonight, but I'm dividing it up. So they'll get their own dish of holiday pie bars. Okay, you're gonna ask me. I said to use a 9x13, which is what you should use. Hey Michelle, good to see you. But I'm using 2, and these are a little different. So if you watch Rebecca a lot, she always tells you about her the best-selling shape. Would you get me that other shape that looks just like this? No, I'm sorry. Over there. Never mind. Okay. This is what this rectangular baker, this is what she calls her meatloaf pan, and this is what she says is her best seller. It is, just so you know, it is, the inside is 9x6, and it's a little over 2 inches deep. Okay, so there's that. I want more space, so this is a bigger one. So let me show you how that works. See how it fits? See how it fits inside? So it's a little bigger. So the one I'm using is 10 by almost 7. 10 by 7, and it's a little shallower, like almost 2 inches, but not. All right, if you're not using Polish pottery, if you're using anything else, any 9x13 that you're using, you need to spray it with the flour spray, right? The baking spray that has flour in it. Or you can go old school and butter your dish, or spray it with the cooking stuff, and then put some flour in there, and then, do one of those until you get flour all over it, okay? These really need to be floured, because if you're making this in a regular glass dish or a metal pan, these will stick. Not good. I mean, you can eat it with a spoon. I'm okay with that. But, what's the pattern on your right? This one? This green one is green ribbon. This is delicate vine. Delicate vine. I don't know, and that's maraschino. So I don't know which right. And that is burgundy berry green. So I'm not as good as knowing all my brownie bakers. That's what you call them, Joanne. Yeah. All right. Now but I'm not doing that because this is my Polish pottery. It'll be fine. All right. So I'm just gonna divide it between my 2 containers. Oh, it's thick. Thick, I tell you. So yummy. So yummy. So I'm gonna put half in one. Oh my gosh. You could just eat it. Just like this. Just like this. Eva Marie, are you still on? Eva Marie, tell me if you're still on. Because, that's kind of silly if I'm talking to you and you're not even on still. Love. Okay, I have to. Hold on. It's so hard in this cape. I don't know why the cape. I need to just take the cape off. We are done with Queen Ranch casserole, aren't we? Okay, there we go. You should lick it. Hi, Billy. Amazing lace. Thank you, Lisa. Billy. Okay, Eva Marie, did you see that I just dumped all that stuff in? Okay, hold on. The queen must remove all this stuff. Maybe I'll leave the crown on. No crown. Okay, so now we're just going to smooth it all in there. It is kind of thick. Doesn't bother me at all. All right, we're going to do that. And we are going to bake this. 325. I don't know what I was looking at. 325 for 12 minutes. 12 minutes, Eva Marie. 325, 12 minutes. That's it. Watch what I'm going to do. Watch. Are you watching what I'm going to do? I just cleaned off the spatula. Do you see? I cleaned it off. So good. You want to be at my house right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, so normally you would have pecans in yours. And this would end up tasting like a pecan pie with no crust. You say, that might be something I like. You know what? You can do the same recipe, make a pie crust, do a pie crust, and pour it in there. With the store-bought pie crust. So you could actually make a pie, and it would look like this. You can even do a graham cracker crust. It's a little different, but, you can do that too. I know the crown was something. We made Queen Ranch casserole today. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Danielle. Anyway, so that's it. 325, 12 minutes. I'm just telling you, please make sure that you use the flour-based spray or that you grease it and then flour it before you bake it. Otherwise, it's gonna be, and especially if you try to do these in muffin tins without doing that, eek, they don't come out well. And so then you know what you have to do? You have to just get a spoon and take the tin and eat straight from the tin. I have no problem doing that at all. It's okay, but I'm just saying, if you want to share with anybody, that isn't happening. Okay, so there we go. We made Queen Ranch casserole. I had my little crown. We made Queen Ranch casserole. That was very just dump, and we're gonna cook that. And then we just made holiday pie bars. So good. I do need a favor, if you could help. Several people, so when I get done, every day when I finish the cooking show, I type up the recipe and I rewatch the show just in case I screwed up the recipe, which was a good thing I did on the lace cookies because that was just totally wrong. Anyway, and then I type up the recipe and I post it in the comments. Okay, that being said, if there's like 100 comments and you're trying to go back and find the recipe, sometimes you can't find it, sometimes it's kind of lost. I've had several people tell me that. But I'm new to this. And it's a business page of sort. It's a personal blog because I'm not selling anything. And there's no place on there, on the Facebook page, on the fan page that I can find that I can put files. Because that would be really great if I could just upload, have a files tab on the fan page, on the Facebook fan page, and then you can just go to the files, find the recipe that you want, and open it up instead of scanning through each one. But there's no option to do that. I checked the menu, I looked, I can't figure that out. So, if you have any ideas, if you have any ideas on how to help me, are the pecans mixed in or put on top? Mix them in. Mix them all in because they're chopped pecans. So you just dumped them in and mix it all up. So if you have any ideas, if you know how to help me so that I could do that, that would be lovely. Just message me, private message me and say, hey, moron, it isn't difficult. This is what you do. But I just can't find it and I can't figure out how to do this. And I would really like to make it easier for you to find the recipes instead of, like if you come back and, you don't want to go through and read 100 comments just to find the recipe. And you say, well, can't you make it go to the top? I can't make it go to the top of a post. I can make it go to the top of the page, stay at the top of the page, but then every recipe, it doesn't work that way. So any help I'll take. I would really appreciate it since this is all new to me and I don't know what's going on. If you think these recipes are awesome, then please share. Tell your friends so we'll have some more fun people. I actually looked when I was trying to figure out how to get files, which I never figured out. I saw that you could look at demographics. Literally, we had people that were watching, not live, well, maybe live, I don't know. They never said anything. Lurking. A lot of you lurkers out there. From India, could you put it on your cute little ad page in the comments? Oh, maybe I could do that on the tagline that I post at 10 o'clock every day. I might could do that. That's an option if nobody has a good idea on how to make a file section. Thank you, Joe. That might work. Anyway, India, Pakistan, somebody was, their entire name and everything about them was written in Arabic. Mexico, Belize, Colombia. I was like, really? First of all, do they want to make Queen Ranch casserole in Pakistan? I don't know. But I guess they had a good time because they watched. So there you go. I hope you have a great day. Your kitchen is going to smell awesome today because you are going to have Queen Ranch casserole in your oven for dinner. So good. And then for dessert, these ooey gooey, yummy, yummy holiday pie bars. If you say, well, Cindy, would you serve something with the King Ranch casserole? You certainly could. And the only thing I would suggest is either, maybe rice and beans if you want that on the side. Maybe some Spanish rice or Mexican rice and some pinto beans if you wanted something on the side. Maybe just make a salad. Make a salad, have King Ranch casserole, and then dessert. So good. One other thing I'll tell you. When these are done, you take them out of the oven, let them set just for a little bit, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Usually I don't make it that long, but 10 minutes. Once you take one out and it's still warm, if you're in Texas and you have Bluebell ice cream, oh my, a little dollop of Bluebell vanilla ice cream on here is quite lovely. So anyway, I hope you have a lovely day. And from my kitchen to your kitchen, I hope that everything smells too delectable in your kitchen today. I will see you tomorrow at 11, and I think tomorrow is Hobo Day. Hobo Day, I tell you. Tune in tomorrow at 11, and we'll see you there. Have a lovely one. Bye.